What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fugly Fisher. This is my first video. I'm pretty excited about it. I've been fishing for pretty much my whole life. I'll be 27 in July. Shout out to all you cancers out there. I'm going to jump right into it. So, for today, we're doing the Black Max versus the Lose TXS Speed Spool. Both bait casters. This one here on the rod and reel combo is about $70. This one here, the rod and reel combo is $120. Now the biggest difference between these, it's really obvious, is that with the Black Max there's 5 bearings, while with the Lose there's 8. So this one is the Black Max is a 641 and the Lose is a 751. Alright, so we're going to go out and we're going to try to catch some fish on these. We're going to go through and see your positives, negatives of each one and which one I would recommend you getting. Just so it's clear, I'm running a 20-pound line on both. 20-pound fluorocarbon. I've got a top water on this one and a little jig on this one. And stay tuned, let's go catch some fish. See you on the lake. Alright guys, so here we go. First up is gonna be, alright, and it's recording, sweet. Alright guys, here we go. So first up, I'm actually gonna use the TXS, excuse me, TXS laser by Levy. It is the 8-gear ratio. I'm gonna switch out the bait. So right now I'm using the green worm. That last lake was fairly, I hope I caught that on camera. There's a bass just popped up out of the shade right there. We'll catch him in a second. So it's kind of murky here, so I'm actually going to switch to a darker bait. For some reason, darker baits in darker water work really good. I guess it helps for the fish, for it to stand out, for them to see it. So yeah, I actually got my little BS tackle box, my little $10 Yum tackle box from Walmart. Got a couple of extra little things thrown in there. Let's see here. We're going to start. Let's see, I think we're gonna start with this guy here. You know what, no, let's go ahead and start with this. Where's that? There we go. It's got a little red twinge in it. I've had some pretty good luck this year with these guys, so let's get some bass. Turn that down a little bit. Fishing today is going to be pretty difficult, just judging by it's really warm, the sun's beating down, and you know, the cloud, it's real nice and sunny and clear, and bass are more of low light hunters. That's why a lot of the times you'll see them kind of hung up in the shadows and stuff over there. We're gonna see if I can't flick it. I haven't tried to flick with this rod, so let's see what happens. It's kind of weird, to be honest with you. The rod is different than what I'm used to. Alright guys, so I went out to the truck and grabbed these. They are the Zoom Black Rubies. The water's really dirty, so I'm hoping this makes a difference. So let's get it wrapped on and we'll go from there. What's up guys? Alright, so I've been driving around for probably like an hour and some change. And I've come to realize something. In Henry County in Georgia, 99.9% of the smaller lakes and ponds are all private. And I'm not bashful, so of course I've gone to a couple of doors, knock on and be like, hey, I don't mean to bother you, but you know, can I fish in your backyard or at least fish the lake with your permission? And of course I had 2 or 3 people tell me to eat myself, and one gentleman who was really nice, and turns out I needed an extra permit to fish. So I'm leaving that lake. So hopefully we will find a lake or a pond that we can fish that's somewhat small, so we can better our chances of catching something. Now this right here is when my lack of poison ivy don't bother me. So I can walk right through all the poison stuff and not worry about it. Hopefully not get bit by a snake. That's the only drawback when trailing through. All right, this is actually a pretty nice little area. I'm gonna keep my voice down so that I don't scare any potential fish off. I think I'm gonna come over here. Oh yeah, a lot of bait fish. A lot of bait fish. So come back in here. I think this is gonna be the spot right here. Got vegetation in there. Nice little shade points around us. And we'll work our way back up to the bridge. All right, here we go. Sorry for the audio. I'm right off of a pretty busy road, so hopefully it don't get too bad. Let's see. This is actually, like I said, I've never seen anybody fish this area, so I'm fairly confident we'll be able to catch them. They might not be big, but after not catching anything all day, I would much rather catch something rather than nothing. Got him. All right. Oh boy. Woo! Look at the size of that one. Holy. Dude, it's a brute. He's a big old fat guy. He's been living out in this creek for a minute. Make sure I get that. Check that out. Not a bad fish. He's probably 2 and some change pounds. Female. Let's see if we can't get lucky and pull that male off. Come on, Chunky. And off she goes. All right, guys. So we're back. Finally, we got one fish the entire time that I actually got on camera, but we caught one at the very beginning. That's the life of a fisherman. You don't always catch fish, but stay tuned because my next video, we're gonna go check out some small ponds that I recently found in my area that is supposedly stacked with some monstrous bass. So stay tuned for that. All right, so as far as a comparison, first off, the Lew's Laser TXS. Okay, and it is on the Laser TXS speed stick for the rod. I got it on 20-pound line. Let's see. I'll start out with pros for it. So pros with this is that it is so much smoother than the Black Max that it is not even funny. That being said, due to it being so much smoother, it's also a little bit of a pain in the butt to tweak. And then as you change baits, you have to tweak it a little bit. I think I finally got it there towards the end. I didn't get any nests built up in there. Reel speed is fantabulous. It is ridiculously good. Let's see. Pros, I really like fishing with it. If you've noticed on the video, I really just use this. Reason being is once I picked it up, I couldn't put it back down. It was that good. Is it worth $120? Yes. 100% yes. My buddy who put me up to this, I'm going to have to thank him, because there is such a difference between a 5 ball bearing and an 8 ball bearing, and it just blows me away. Alright, cons with this, again, it's kind of a pain in the butt to tune. There's a lot of fine tuning necessary, and if you're not comfortable with doing that, then I wouldn't start off with this, because you're going to get irritated and you're not going to want to, you're not going to fish with one. You're going to go back to the open face and then the push buttons. I myself recently got into the bait casters. I was always told they were a pain in the butt, but they were worth it. And I agree. I agree 100%. This thing is freaking awesome. Would I buy it again? Yes. I might even go out and get a second one, just so I can have one for, you know, your Cincos, worms, and then have one for topwater or chatterbaits or stuff like that, so I don't have to change as often. Alright, so getting into the Black Max. Now I know I didn't do a lot of fishing with this, and the reason being is because once I got to use the Lose rod, I really didn't want to use this. I've been using this one for 6-7 months now, and what I'm probably going to end up doing for the time being is turning this into a topwater bait rod. Pros of this one is really easy to fine tune. It's definitely a beginner version to the bait caster. Even when it was my first time, it only took me probably 15 minutes to get this tuned to where I didn't have to worry about it anymore. When the other one, I worked on it for almost 2 days while fishing it. So if you're new and you haven't started with a bait caster, you've never used a bait caster, I would definitely suggest you go ahead and get the it's the Abu Garcia Black Max. It's fairly cheap. Careful with the rod. As I said earlier in this video, the rod tip on the original rod broke off. Right now I'm using the Laguna 701 MFB, and I love the rod. I'm just not a huge fan of the reel now that I've experienced something. It's a lot smoother. This is great for beginners. The fine tuning really doesn't take long, and on top of all that, you can get out there and get fishing. That's really about it. I really don't have very many cons with this. The only con is that the distance you can throw with one of these, even with a heavier bait, is not anywhere close to what you could throw with the Lose bait caster. On the bright side, I like the colors. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification next to the subscribe so you get updates to all my videos. My goal is to put at least one video out a week. And the next video, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for it, because for the next video, like I told you earlier, we're going pond hopping. And they're ponds I've never fished before, but I looked into, called some people up, and they're like, dude, if you're fishing for bass, this is where to go. So we're gonna try to get some topwater shots and just try to get some more fish, because this video's fish is almost non-existent. But for the purpose of the contrast between the two, I think it served its purpose. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you get updates on all my new videos. If you're interested in picking up any of the gear you've seen on here, the Lose Bait Caster, the Black Max, look down into the description, and I'll have a link for you that you could possibly save up to 30%. It depends on how many have bought it before you. So I think the first 50 get 30% off. Something along those lines. So I look forward to seeing y'all next time. This has been the Fugly Fisher. Get out, go. Alright guys, so it's been fun. This has been the Fugly Fisher. Get up, get out, go fish. We'll see you next time. Alright guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification so that you get all the updates on my upcoming videos. My plan is to make it minimum 1 video a week. At minimum. So there's a chance there could be 2 to 3 depending on the content, how the fish are biting, what we're doing. Do me a favor, down in the comments below, comment what you want to see. What is it that you're interested in seeing in a future video of mine, and I'll take several of the suggestions and I'll go do them. If you like the rods and reels that I use in this video, then they're linked down in the description. Follow that link, it'll pull them right up and you'll be good to go. There's a chance there might be up to 30% off. I think it's for the first 5 or 10 people who go through the link will get 30% off the product. So yeah, this has been the Fugly Fisher. Get up, get out, go fish, and we'll see you next time.